I kind of look like the older sister from Rugrats right now. And maybe that's lame, but I think it looks pretty cool. Today's video, we're getting into one of my favorite topics to boss everyone else around about, and that is cats. When you get a pet, it is super easy to spend so much money on them. And especially with cats, it can be so hit or miss. You could spend $100 on some really fancy toy and then just end up with them wanting to hang out in a box for the rest of the day. Most of the items I'm going to talk about are in an Amazon list, which I have linked below. First item here is a litter mat, because otherwise you will have litter tracked all over your home, all over your apartment. Definitely get an extra large one or a large one. In terms of litter boxes, I have two. Get a box with the sides that go up or totally closed. That is like the best advice I can give you, because otherwise litter will be flying everywhere. The box I bought came with like a little scoop, but I ended up getting a much larger one. It was like $2 at Target. I would absolutely recommend the Arm & Hammer litter. It's definitely a little more expensive than the cheaper options. For a 40-pound box, it's about $20, I'd say, at my grocery store. It's about $30 on Amazon. So all those negative connotations about cats and litter boxes you are going to experience with a cheaper litter. That means there's going to be a lot more dust, you're going to be breathing it in, you're going to be able to smell it. Okay, the next item I have is nail trimmers. This is not the same as decline. With nail clippers, you are not cutting into the quick. You are only trimming the sharp part at the end. I do this because I have two cats, and if I don't trim their nails, they have ended up hurting each other or scratching each other, scratching me, ruining the furniture, all that kind of stuff. And if I keep their nails trimmed, that is all avoided. It is important to point out though, my cats are indoor cats. If you have outdoor cats, they absolutely need to have their claws, because that is how they protect themselves. Sticking on, I guess, kind of the grooming trend here, this is the pet brush I recommend. It has a button, so when you click it, it retracts and you basically just go whoop and push off all the hair. With treats, my cats absolutely love greenies. Elsa, do not eat honest treats. Elsa, those are honest treats. Let Anna have her treats. You can't steal all her treats. I've seen some people say their vets didn't recommend it or their cats did have issues with it. Again, I'm not a vet, I can only talk to my own cats. I like these just because I think it helps whenever they get really smelly fish breath. It kind of takes care of their breath issues, it helps clean their teeth. They'll usually have like 5 or 6 treats, I'd say, each. No more really than that. Going into food, I try to do breakfast and dinner with wet food, and then they have dry food out all the time. I have one of those food trays that splits in two. I do one half of the perfect portions in one half, and then the other half in the other side, and then each cat kind of goes to their own half of the bowl. I think it's like $20. I've gone with more expensive foods in the past that have been really, really good. I've gone with cheaper foods that haven't been as great, and I find that this is like the good balance. And then to supplement their wet food, when I run out of the stuff, I like to make sure I always have like a cheaper wet food in stock. Think about how you have food in your pantry that you're like, if I need food and I don't have time to go to the grocery store and I run out, this is something I can eat. I think it's important to keep something similar for your cats. Next item is one of my favorites that I got. It took a little while to get my cats to adjust to, but I think it was one of the best purchases I have made for them, and that is a cat water fountain. Cats are really, really picky with water and food. By having a water fountain, they're always having that fresh water. They're more likely to stay hydrated. So I realize I said this is on a budget. I know this is a pricey item, but this is essential. It is a pheromone dispenser. It comes with the plug. It comes with the little pheromone dispenser bottle. I bought it when I moved to a new home. I bought it when my cats first came to my home, and anytime they have gone through a transition, this is the item you want to have. You don't smell it at all, but it definitely helps relax your cat. Something I think is really good to have is a leash and harness. Doesn't mean you're going to be walking your cats, doesn't mean you're taking them out, but just to have on hand, especially for vet trips. If they jump out of their carrier, if they get away, I can still grab them. Now we're getting into toys. There's one thing I recommend to anyone who gets a kitten, a cat, whatever, and it's this toy pack. It has a mix of pretty much any type of basic cat toy. I think it's like $10. It's super cheap on Amazon, and it gives you that opportunity to try to figure out what your cat likes, because as I said earlier, every cat is different. Other cat toy, ball and track type thing, I did not think they would be this obsessed with it. Along the line of toys, but a little differently, is scratching posts. My experience with these is they are so much more expensive online. If you want to get a decent price on them, I'm talking $10 to $15, go to your local TJ Maxx. Now let's get into items I think are overrated or you don't necessarily need, especially if you're trying to budget. First thing I'm gonna say is collars. Again, I'm speaking from the perspective of someone with indoor cats, but for both indoor, outdoor, mixed, whatever cats you have, you absolutely need to get them microchipped and get that microchip up to date with your contact information. If your cat runs out, they can scan your pet and get all your contact information. Another item that was heavily recommended to me, I was super excited about, and then just was not it, is the cat backpacks. My cats don't like it. It's just so expensive that I just don't think it's worth it. Another thing which I think people have mixed experiences with is cat condos. I have this one. I like it, but my cats don't actually use it that much. I think it's almost like us as people wanting to give them a place to have like their own mini home in our home. And that's nice, but you get a cat and you realize your home is no longer your home, it's actually their home. You're the one that's visiting. You're the one who needs the mini condo inside. Cat beds, my cats would much rather sleep in their chair or sleep in a box or sleep on my bed or literally anywhere but a cat bed. The last item I want to say that I think is overrated, too expensive, and not worth it is cat litter box holders. And these are the things that look like furniture but have the litter box inside of them. I had one of these in DC. I actually got it because someone had left it outside by the dumpster and I saw it and was like, that is worth a lot of money. I'm just gonna go take it upstairs, clean it out, and give it to my cats. It's cute. It definitely does a good job of disguising a litter box, holding it in there, but you can still smell it. Just put your litter box in the bathroom. You're not hiding it as much as you think you are. It still is a litter box. Okay, and with that, that wraps up my video of things you should buy, things you should avoid for new cat owners. I hope it helps you. Please let me know what you think. Subscribe, stay tuned for more. I hope to keep putting out more videos. Really appreciate you being here, and got lots of more fun things in store in the future.
And so it's not my fault he didn't follow through on his promises. The only way I can be a so-called spoiler is if the people running didn't do their job.